Hello and welcome to this video on opportunity cost. In this video, we're going to look at what is meant by opportunity cost and use the concept of opportunity cost to assess economic choices. So opportunity cost is to do with scarcity and choice, and any choice involving scarce resources, which includes time, what people do, how we use tools and so on, always displaces the next best alternative choice. So whenever I make a decision, there was always the next best decision or the next best choice that I turned down. And the value of that choice is the opportunity cost. For example, on Saturday, I might choose to go shopping, and the opportunity cost of that, the next best alternative I turned down, might have been to go to the cinema instead. If I'm thinking about how I spend £50, I could spend £50 on a ticket to see a football match. But the opportunity cost of that, the next best alternative, might be £50 I could have spent on some clothes and the value I would have got from that next best alternative. So the opportunity cost are the benefits foregone of the next best alternative. And this is an important definition that we need to make sure we have down in our notes. So we kind of think about it in terms of economics as saying that every decision is chased by its own shadow. Whenever we make a decision about how to use our time or our money, or whenever we make a choice about anything, there is always the next best alternative, the shadow, if you like, that we have turned down. Now, how does this relate to the economy? Well, in the economy, resources are often limited. And so therefore, if resources are limited, we're making choices about what to use those resources for. All production carries an opportunity cost. To produce more of one particular thing, to produce more cars, we must shift resources away from something else. We must produce less boats, for example. So every time we produce something, it carries an opportunity cost, a next best alternative that we didn't choose. So as we commonly say in economics, there is no such thing as a free lunch. There is always an alternative, a cost to your decision. If you've got a free lunch, you could have been doing something else instead. That is the opportunity cost of your lunch. So how does that relate to the economy? Well, as we've said earlier, the economy is a system through which factors of production are transformed into products that people want to buy. And as a result, the opportunity cost arises. It could be if we make less of one product or more of one product, we have to make less of another. It can also be in terms of non-financial costs. It can be in terms of things like lost time. We can measure it in terms of pleasure or any other measure that provides us with some way of assessing the value of different options. Why is this a useful concept for us to understand as economists? Because we can start to say, well, what happens when the value of the next best option overtakes the chosen option? In practice, the answer is often nothing. In many cases, the opportunity cost of allocation decisions is not recognized or measured. But if the suboptimality persists, if we consistently make decisions where the next best alternative was better, then we should eventually change our decision making and resources should be reordered accordingly to give us the highest or the maximum, the most optimal value decision. So opportunity cost enables us to question how well scarce resources are being allocated. As long as the allocation is better than the opportunity cost, we could say that the resource allocation has been successful. So in this video, we've looked at what is meant by opportunity cost, and we've seen why the concept of opportunity cost is useful to assess economic choices. That's it. Thank you very much.